A diamond named Ruby. Yes. Now this is interesting. Something I learned about cults is the leader will separate its people from the rest of the world. That's how they brainwash them. Absolutely. The adage is called divide and conquer, right? And so this is what's going on currently with the current desire for segregation. White nationalists, you can think of them as a cult if you'd like, but their main focus is white people and white people doing specific things in order to advance the agenda of the preservation of white people. Anything other that happens to anything else that happens to other people groups, that's just a byproduct. It's like a cherry on top, right? But other people groups are never their main focus, right? So when you think of it as a cult, yes, exactly. They literally cut their members off from their families, not to hurt the families, but to be able to control the people within their cult. It is no different when it comes down to this type of segregation thing. And then what it also does is it separates the majority, right? The larger group, right? Because we're talking about proximity. So by you doing segregation, once again, you're going to have people of color and then you're going to have white people. But why is this important? It's important because currently we have an administration in office that knows that we are better together, right? Like the more people you have fighting towards the same cause, the higher the probability of the actualization of the cause or the achievement of the goal. But when Donald Trump became president, it immediately splintered off the unified whole. Why? Well, it's because it automatically arrested the things that certain people groups would be able to do, and it now put in motion the means to decrease the number of certain people groups. So we already know that Donald Trump is deporting Hispanics, Latinos, Latinas, those that are a part of that cultural identity, okay? Then on the flip side, you also have Black people who cannot actively participate in any type of marches or anything else because Project 2025 seeks to be able to utilize military presence against their citizenry. And as we've seen, there's been a lot of demonstrations that's been happening. Black people have not been out there. Has there been a large military presence? Has there been a large police presence? Have there been people injured? Have there been brawls and breakouts? No, there hasn't been. And so for the safety of Black people, we can't even go out there. Outside of the fact that we were a little salty about the fact that them people was out there voting the way that them people was voting. But do you see how just by putting this man in office, there has been a splintering of us being able to work as a collective? And so now you have those that are like, where are the Black people? Where are these other people? How come they're not out coming? Excuse you guys. Did y'all forget how they was whooping us in the head? And the thing about it is that because we have been here before, Black people tend to take a stance of preventative methods, not reactionary responses. But because white people haven't been here before, right? They haven't been on the front lines of trying to push a change for other people groups. Okay? Now they're trying to figure out how to be able to do it. And they're like, how come we don't have any help? But they haven't thought about the fact that we also have to worry about how we're going to be engaged at the same place at the same time. Both of us can be at the same rally. They're going to tell you to go home. They're going to try to pin me to the ground. Absolutely correct. Spot on.